What is going on, guys? TKD 1, 2, take a video, and I hope we all had a nice Thanksgiving. Hope we all were good and had a good time whenever all stuff like that with family and everything. But today we're gonna go over some stuff involving Destiny 2 and my stuff. I mean, a lot of things happened in the Destiny realm, Bungie, all that good stuff. So let's dive into these topics and talk about them. Now, to start off this thing, you know, I miss Destiny 2, man. Like, I spent hours and hours, like, in the first few weeks of that game, and I grinded so much, like, late night, man. I miss Destiny 2, and I'm excited to come back to it here. I probably won't touch it until December when they have their update out and stuff like that. But you know, my backlog of games is crazy right now, especially with getting the Switch. I am totally backed up on games. But beside the point, they went on the record here on IGN, and they talked about how the XP rates, you know, change as you do different things in Destiny 2. So what they said here was that, you know, usually XP scales up when you are playing a long or fixed activity like raids, crucible matches, all that good stuff. But on the inverse, they scale down when you're playing shorter activities like public events and just missions and stuff like that. And because the expectation and the mindset of it all is that, you know, you are meant to burn through, you know, events in public and stuff like that really, really quickly. And so of course you're gonna have a lower XP scale just because you know, you're gonna go through a lot of these, you know, things in a quick fashion. And so they, you know, had it where it would scale up to when you were playing something that was a little bit longer and scale down when you were playing something that's a little bit shorter. And what they say here is that, you know, after looking at the data that they've gathered through players and everything, they have immediately turned off the system of how the XP scales and everything. And they say that they don't agree with the way it works and it's not performing the way they'd like to. And so what happens now here? So they say that now, you know, users will be able to see their exact earn rates they're doing for the activity they're currently in, and with all the values being displayed consistently in the user interface. And these changes are, I think, effectively now, you know, like right now. I haven't played Destiny 2 a little bit. I don't know if they're effective right now, but it looks like here they're saying that, you know, since they shut down the system already, that these, you know, changes in place may be already in the actual game. And they said they will look over the data over the course of the week and garner feedback and, you know, just review the XP gains from everything that players do in game, and they will again adjust it because they wanted to meet their expectations of how we should be getting XP in the game, whatever that means. And so they say they will also you know, update us and, you know, and really just kind of give us more details on how the system changes have affected the game overall. So I say, hey man, like, you know, like this is cool stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't you know, like, this really isn't a thing that I feel that I've seen a lot of, especially like on Reddit, whatever. I haven't seen a lot of talk about XP and everything in this thing too, and like, I didn't really know that this was an issue. I feel like the biggest issue that, you know, this game has had after launch is that, you know, like, a lot of people feel that there's not enough to do in the game, and obviously you know, that's being, you know, dealt with because they're putting out DLC and everything actually in December. So, you know, that's going to be alleviated over time. But that was really the main concern. I never heard anything about XP, but, you know, good ups on them for, you know, just addressing a small issue that I feel has been, you know, voiced throughout the community. And speaking of the December update for Destiny 2, directors of, you know, over at Bungie, they have officially, not really officially, but teased the actual things that we'll be seeing involving the Destiny 2 live stream that's going to show off more of the update in December. And so they talk about here, and they say, quote, next week the Destiny 2 team will detail the system side of the December update to the economy, vendors and acquiring their gear, tokens, legendary shards, to investment updates, new reward systems for weapons and armor. So some pretty cool stuff there, and I like how, you know, they're still supporting the game and everything. And the last thing I want to bring up here was a little article that they put out here today, at least, and you can try this out on November 28th, and that is tomorrow as of this day posting here. And what you'll be able to do is that if you are on PS4, Xbox One, or PC, you will be able to download a free trial of Destiny 2, and this will give you access to the campaign and also the multiplayer features and stuff like that. However, all of your progress does, you know, go over to the full game if you buy the full game after the trial. So this, you know, is a great way for you people over here who have not got Destiny 2 and everything, or you're on the fence about it, or if you didn't like Destiny 1 and like you're kind of thinking about Destiny 2. Honestly, you know, I've always said from the jump, and will, you know, just continue to say also, that if you did not like Destiny 1, I feel like you won't like Destiny 2, you know what I'm saying? Just because they are very, very comparative in a lot of ways. Obviously they're in the same franchise, but you know, just the way you go about the game is very, very in the same vein as Destiny 1. So going to Destiny 2, I feel like you won't see a lot of groundbreaking changes. Yes, of course, there are changes to the game that are really great, but just like the way you play it, you know, day to day and everything, stuff like that, I feel like it's very, very close to Destiny 1, so I feel like you might not enjoy, you know, Destiny 2 in that same form factor and everything, just because it's so close to Destiny 1. But me, you know, I enjoy Destiny. I've loved the game since the alpha of Destiny 1. Yes, I said the alpha, not just the beta, the actual alpha that was put out at E3 that year, whatever it was. I think it was 20, whatever it was. I don't know, not even know, whatever. But you know, I love Destiny, so obviously I'm a big fan of Destiny 2 and stuff like that. And that is pretty much all we got to talk about here. I thought there'd be more stuff to discuss here about Destiny 2 and everything. Just some quick updates on the channel and stuff. Look forward to a new formats of the album review. I have been working on it for the past 2 weeks and everything, and I've been kind of, you know, just testing out some things, and I feel like I have a nice thing nailed down for the reviews going forward. So with that being said, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, subscribe down below, and also make sure to check out those streams, guys. I've been streaming a lot of games here, mainly Assassin's Creed Origins. We are trying to get through that, and once you get through that, we will move on to other games and everything. But make sure to keep it locked here on the channel for those live streams. There isn't a set schedule. If you guys, man, like, I feel like I should nail down a set schedule of when I do streams and everything, but it's more of just whenever I get a day off, you know, from school and work and everything, and that's when I usually stream, or whenever I have a few hours to spare, that's when I usually, you know, end up streaming. And so I definitely do tweet it out. I try to tweet it out a little bit before the stream actually starts, but sometimes I just go on the whim and just start it as a cold start. But look out for those on the channel. And if you all enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share down below. I appreciate all the feedback you guys give me. Thanks for watching, and as always, I got you.